Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jaguars in the Barn video. So today is D-Day. We've got the MOT on the Jaguar XF. So it's Tuesday morning, it's booked in for today. So we're going to drop the car up there and see if we can get it through. The only thing we've asked the garage to do, so I just couldn't get onto it, didn't have the access, was that, what side? Driver's side, so the front offside spring that is broken. I bought a replacement complete strut with the same spring rating spring already on it. As I said, I'm trying to keep everything on a budget, everything second hand that we can, obviously in good condition. So they can replace the entire strut for me, so fingers crossed I'll get that on, get it in for its MOT, and then we'll see where we go with it. But hopefully we'll be okay, we will see. So let's get in the car and we'll go for a drive and see how we get on. So follow me along on the journey. Right, let's get ourselves in the car. In fact, let's give you a quick walk around the car before we go, show you what we've been doing for those that have been following the series. So front bumper done. You remember there was a horrible smash in the front here of the bumper. It was all cracked, big hole, grille was smashed in, etc. So we've repaired that. We've got our new black grille in place with a decent chrome surround, so the bumper's all done. Bonnet we've not done yet. You can still see where it's caught the bonnet just on the edge here. Not sure what we're going to do with that yet, whether we're going to replace it or have it repaired. But anyway, from 10 yards away we're looking reasonable. So down through the side here, everything's looking okay. The wheels are absolutely disgusting, but we're going to hopefully get onto that a bit later today, providing we get the MOT sorted out. So we've got new tyres fitted on the front, on both sides. The rear tyres were done only a few months ago, so we're all good on the tyres. So again, we're looking all right down the side. We've got a little bit of bodywork damage on the door, a little bit down here on the wing, and a little bit here on the rear wheel arch. Again, I'm not fazed by that. It's something that I can get my teeth into and have repaired. As I say, this is probably, in all honesty, the cheapest Jaguar XF in the United Kingdom today. Even you wouldn't have got like the very first 2007 reg ones for what I've ended up giving for this car. So we can total up all the costs if and when it gets through the MOT. So all looking good around the side. Still needs a wash, a clay bar really, and then a proper detail. All good down through this side. Again, disgusting wheels, don't look at them. But this side's pretty mint. Got no damage down through this side at all. Let's get ourselves in the car. So as you can see, the interior is cleaned up lovely. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I've got my eye on a set of seats from an S model, which have got the better, higher bolsters. These are the 16-way seats, so still heated and cooled and got tons of movement. But the 18-way just gives me that extra bolster at the top, so they're a pretty reasonable price as well. So let's get in the car. It's probably super windy. Hopefully you managed to pick up everything I was just saying. So in the car, my button is pulsing. Let's start her up. There we go, vents go. Oh, turn that down before the turn that off. YouTube music, please, get on me. Still love that, it doesn't get old. Right, so I have a warning on the front here, which is for the check pedestrian system. So I'm going to ask the garage today, see if they can turn that off. Basically, within the front bumper, there's two sensors, pretty much either side of the number plate, but on the inside, that detect any front end crash incident. But unfortunately, it builds up over time, and it can record the amount of little knocks you've had, so even driving over a pothole, knocking the front on the pavement when you park the car, etc. So it builds up the amount of little incidences that you have within inside the ECU, as I understand it. But you need proper Jaguar Land Rover software to remove it. But I'm going to see if the garage can do it. However, just to get it gone for now, come to my screen here, the little red arrow, press that. It'll come up with C message center, refer to driver's handbook, clear warning. So as I press that, I'll see if I can get it both in at the same time. So I press that, it takes it off my screen, but leaves me with the warning triangle with the exclamation mark in the middle. But it's got rid of that message. So yeah, we're all good to go. So let me get my camera in the holder and we'll head off up the road to the MOT station. Right, we're in. Go to drive. I'll put the aircon on just to keep the windows clear because it's a bit of a miserable day today, but let me turn the fan down so it's not really going to interfere with what we're talking about. Right, so we're heading to Crossways Garage today in Crossways, where I live here in Dorset. So those that have seen me have my drive out, so it's up by the shop where we go to, so it's only 5 minutes or so in the car over the railway track. But I use those guys all the time. They're a real honest garage. I've been using them for years. A couple of decent guys that own and run the garage. So yeah, they do all my work. So even on all my old air-cooled Volkswagen stuff, they look after all that for me as well, in terms of their MOTs. So you can see the tractors have been out and about doing quite a bit of work. So yeah, the road's a bit horrible at the moment. Spin you around a little bit there. Oh, there we go. So I've booked the car in for its MOT, so that gives me legal authority to drive it to the MOT testing station. The car is insured, but it's a bit strange because you can't tax the car unless the car's MOT'd. So yeah, it's a little bit odd in the UK here, the rules. However, the car is insured, it's booked in for its MOT, so I'm legally covered to be able to drive to an MOT testing station. And then if the car was to fail, I'm allowed to take the car home or to a place of repair to have the car fixed, again lawfully driving on UK roads. But that's it. There's no sort of outside areas of that. Some people tend to flout the law a little bit there, but yeah, if it's booked in for an MOT, you can drive it legally on the UK roads as long as it's insured to the place of test. So we're going to get ourselves down to the garage and put it through, and we're going to see how we go. But fingers crossed, I've given the car a once over. The only thing that I know is a little bit dicky is the near side door mirror. You'd have seen in one of my last videos, hopefully, where I replaced the mirror casing. Obviously that's had a knock in its time, probably the same time it received that damage down the near side. And so when you put the indicator on that side, only half of the LEDs or half of the lights light up. But it does still indicate, so it shouldn't be an MOT failure. They may pick it up as an advisory, I'm not too sure. But everything else that I can see should be all right. The only other thing really is on the headlights. Both the headlights, it's got one or two tabs broken on them. So I've done a repair on them, plastic welded them back up again. They're not perfect, but they are held in place. But whether it would be a problem because it's had a repair, once had like a metal washer I've put onto it, a larger washer. Whether they'll pick up on that or not, I don't know. We'll see. But the near side headlight is not quite as clear, bright as the offside. Sorry, the near side isn't quite as clear as the offside headlight. It's almost got like a coating on the lens, which I've yet to clean off. So we'll see how we go with that. But all being well, it'll be okay. We'll find out in about an hour or so. It's not the best of weathers today. As you can see, we've got a bit of rain on the roads. too bad. But yeah, so if we get this car MOT today, so we'll see if it needs any remedial work afterwards. But my plan is to then tend to the bodywork. So I'm gonna have to save up my pennies a bit with doing the XK8 and doing this. So it takes up time's not really an issue. I am a shift worker, so I can get a bit of time working on the cars. But having a family of 5, it's always finances. So yeah, so we've got to stretch it between the 2 cars. But we'll see what this one needs, if anything, after the MOT, and then we can go from there. But all I want to do is drive it as it is at the moment. It seems to run beautifully. I've got no horrible noises, knocks, bangs, rattles or anything like that. Everything appears to be in good order mechanically. The only issue I've had is with the gentleman I got the car from. He's told me that he's sent the service books to me, but they haven't arrived, and it's been probably 2 weeks, and for some reason he's not replying to my text messages now. I don't know why. Maybe he's on holiday, I'm not sure, but they've not turned up with me. So I'm going to try and go through Jaguar Land Rover, see if they have any history on the car, and see what they say. Hopefully I can recover it from that. Luckily, when the cam belts were done, there is a sticker in the door frame with the garage details on who did the cam belt change for me. So I'm going to contact them to see if they'll provide me with any paperwork to say that it has been done. It was an independent local garage in Portsmouth. So yeah, we'll contact them and see what they say to me. Hopefully they'll have something and they'll share their records. I just want to be able to prove that the cam belts were done. Visually you can look and see they have been replaced, but people like paperwork, including myself, because let's face it, you know, although we all profess to be nice people, you know, there's some unscrupulous people out there that will try and have someone over to make a quick buck. So yeah, that'll be my next thing, is to try and recover all of the service history for the car. So we're just turning around into the garage now. You can see the sign there, that Crossways Garage. So we'll end the video here. I'm going to go in and see the chaps at the garage and report back as and when they've finished the test. So wish me luck, everybody. Cheers. Right, so let me just pull into this lay-by. I've just left the garage. There's a bit of lay-by up here. Right, I've just pulled out from the garage again. Let me just pull over here, and then we can go through paperwork to see what's happened. Right, going to park and engine off. Right, so drum roll please. Crossways Garage receipts. Let's see if I can get this MOT test certificate. Can we see that? Jaguar XF. Pass! With defects, but we've got a pass. There we go. So what have they picked up on? So defects. Side repeater with a multiple light source up to half not functioning near side. That's that door mirror I said about on the way out here. Only half the LEDs are working. Now I have ordered some new ones off the internet. The ones that sort of flash along. I forget what they call them now. But I've ordered them and they've been shipped from China. But there we go. So we might have to wait a few weeks for them to turn up. But they are on their way. So that'll take care of that. And I've got an offside headlamp loose but not insecure. Now I spoke to the garage owner, Mark, about this. And basically what he's picked up on, one of the tabs that was broken, I've put an enlarged washer on there just to keep it seated. And that's what he's picked up on. So it's not actually insecure to the point where it's wobbly, but it's because it's not the correct fitting on the headlamp. So that's absolutely fair enough. And then you can see date of test, etc, etc. So there we go. So we have an MOT. Yay! The only other thing is They replaced the offside front suspension strut for me as requested, but for some reason they MOT'd the car, failed it on a broken coil spring, then they replaced the front strut and passed it. So I'm a little bit confused as to why they did that, because obviously we'd agreed that was going to get replaced. So a tad annoyed, I guess, to be honest, because it registers a failure against its MOT history. But say la vie, what can you do? I mean, you know, I don't know why that happened. He couldn't really give me an answer. But there you go. At least we have an MOT on the car, so we can drive it and enjoy it. So this is going to be my cruiser for work. So yeah, I'm super duper chuffed that it's passed its MOT, so we can now start using the car. So we're going to start the motor up again now. Make sure my radio's down so the YouTube music police don't get on my case. Alright, let's get the old check pedestrian system off, because, yeah, reference the check pedestrian system. I spoke to the garage again. Their software doesn't clear it. So they seem to think it'll be main dealer software that can do that. So I'm going to speak to them. What I might do, I said, because I've not got the service history to hand, I've been assured it's been well cared for mechanically with Jaguar, but I've got nothing to back it up. So what I've done is I've already emailed Jaguar Land Rover. There is a Jaguar Harwood's sticker in the back window, which is a Jaguar Land Rover sort of franchise dealer here in the UK. I've emailed them, given them my VIN number and my number plate, asking if they'll be kind enough to provide me with the service history, because I've checked it online, and although I can recall the details of the car through Jaguar Land Rover online, it's not showing me any service history on there. So whether my car predates their electronic service history, I don't know. So hopefully they'll be kind enough to respond. And let's just pull out for this lay-by. Yeah, hopefully they'll be kind enough to respond and furnish me with any details they may or may not have on the car. So we'll see what they have on it, if anything. I'm hoping they'll obviously have something on the car, but you never know. So when they reply back to me, I'll get back to you obviously and let you know what he said. But for now, that's my car on the road. I am so chuffed. These cars, I've got a couple of cars in front of me. I am so chuffed that that's gone through. Yeah, brilliant. So down to the figures. I've had a few questions on this, you know, what people have been asking, what I paid for the car and how much it's cost me to do the work so far, etc, etc. Yeah, I'm quite happy to share, you know, it makes no difference to me. So I, as you'd have seen from the first videos, I traded the car for my Jaguar X-Type estate that I bought last November. So what's that, 4 months ago, 5 months ago? Now I paid £300 for that car. I know it's a bargain, but it is an X-Type. It needed a bit of work, had no MOT, needed a bit of welding. So I paid £300 for that. To do the welding, which I saw myself, you'd have seen that on my video if you follow my series, and to get it through the MOT, needed some tyres. I probably spent £150 on the car. So let's call it £450 in total for the Jaguar X-Type to get on the road. That's the car I traded against this. So I traded a 2006 Jaguar X-Type estate 2.2 SE in winter gold for a late 2011 Jaguar XF X250 3 litre Portfolio. And when I say 3 litre, it's the 3 litre diesel, twin turbo, 200, I think it is 36 brake horsepower, so it's the mid-range engine spec. They did two. They do a lower horsepower 3 litre, and they did a higher horsepower 3 litre, which is the S model, which is, I think is 270 or 271 horsepower. This one sits in the middle, so it gets down the road absolutely beautifully. So yeah, so this car owes me now, well, at the time of swap, so £450. So with the cost of the MOT today, the tyres, the strut I had to buy, the paint for the front bumper, the new grille on the front, or the new to me grille on the front, I'm into this car now for approximately £1,000. £1,000. So this has to be the cheapest Jaguar XF on the road with an MOT, drive-in, mechanically sorted, here in the UK. It's got to be. If you can find one cheaper, please let me know. So I am absolutely thrilled, and again, that's why I'm not overly worried about the condition of the body. It's down on that left-hand side. I spoke to the guys at the garage there, Mark. He also runs a body shop. They got a new state-of-the-art spray booth in there, and the guy Mike, who's their bodywork specialist, he's sound. I've known him for a long time. Also, for his previous company, he's painted a couple of vans for me, as in old Volkswagen vans. So I totally get his standard of work. So this is where this may well end up to get that bodywork done. However, I'm going to try and get the bodywork repaired myself, or straightened out as best I can, and it'll go to them for the paintwork. So yeah, so that's the numbers. So yeah, roughly £1,000. It's probably sort of, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds discrepancy either way. I'm not too sure off the top of my head, but it's about £1,000. So yeah, dead chuffed. So, which means there's a bit more money in the kitty to do some work on this car and to keep plodding away on my XK8. I feel like I've not published anything on the XK8 for ages, and it has been a couple of weeks, to be honest. Probably longer than that now, maybe 3 weeks. But the weather has been a little bit miserable, as you can see, and I've been doing the hours at work. To be fair, I've been sticking in quite a few overtimes to pay for the work I've had to do on this car, keep everyone happy. And I've got other projects going on around the house, which also takes the funds, as well as 3 little children and a wife. And I'm clearly not a millionaire, so yeah, little baby steps as we go. So we're basically, I'm going to go down the road now. I managed to pick up from my last visit to Halfords a £10 voucher, just for agreeing to have my receipts sent by them via email. So I kind of thought I'd have to spend a load of money to use a £10 up. However, I haven't. It was a free £10. So I went online last night and I've ordered a clay bar and some wheel cleaner, which come in at about 12 quid. So I had to put £2 towards, or £1.99 towards it, and the voucher paid for the rest. So I'm on my way now down to our local Halfords here in Dorchester, which is about 5 minutes away from my house. I'm going to pick those up. I was going to have a go at the wheels today, but I'm now thinking better of it, looking at the weather. So there we go, that's pretty much it for this video. So that's the car on the road, because I know if you're viewing this video, it's just me rambling on and you're looking at some pretty wet roads and the camera's probably a bit shaky, so it's probably not the best viewing, so I appreciate you sticking with me. But yeah, that's it from Jaguars in the Barn for now. Thank you so much for watching, and follow me on my journeys on my 2 Jaguars now. It is really, really appreciated. I keep telling my wife it's my 50th birthday in a few months, and I keep showing her Jaguar E-types, but she's not taking the bait. Yeah, she's not going for it. Plus the fact I've not got a spare sort of, you know, 20, 30, 40,000 pound for a profit, for a project. So that's probably got a lot to do with it. Stay there, Laurie. Yeah, so there we go. So what's going to be in my next videos, I'm not too sure. I've still got a service to carry out on the XK8. I've still got some tyres to get for the XK8. I've still got the bodywork to do on the XK8. There's lots of things to do with the XK8, just for my pleasure. And obviously there's lots of things now to be getting on with the XF. So plenty more videos to come. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. It's much appreciated. If you haven't already, please press the subscribe button, and share it with your friends. You know, let's get as many people in the Jaguar scene involved as possible. I love talking about my cars. and helping other fellow Jaguar owners out there. You know, I get asked a lot of questions to do with their Jags that are similar to the cars that I own, and I really like that interactive part of doing these videos. Keeps me interested in all of it. So hit the bell notification icon. Again, you'll get alerts on any new content that I put up online, so you'll get to see me rambling on in future videos, if that's what you like. I know. So yeah, thanks ever so much everybody. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon again on Jaguars in the Barn. Take care.